After setting the standard for first-person RPGs with Elder Scrolls Arena, Bethesda Softworks has a tough task ahead of them in creating a worthy sequel. From what we've seen and heard, though, Daggerfall will be everything its predecessor was, and more. Ted Peterson, the game's chief producer, spoke about the enhancements and additions which will make the second Elder Scrolls game stand out in the cluttered RPG crowd. Daggerfall still uses a first-person 3D engine, but the world of Tamriel has been made even more realistic thanks to improved texture mapping and more emphasis on topography.
The engine itself is totally different from the one that was in Arena. It's a fully contoured landscape, where everything from mountain peaks to swimming through the ocean to climbing down into the bottom of the ocean and exploring shipwrecks and whatnot.
In the tradition of a true role-playing game, Daggerfall gives complete control to the player and shies away from linear progression. Your character has a number of career options ranging from guild training to political campaigning, and there is a main quest.
You are given an assignment at the beginning of the game from the Emperor, basically to investigate and quell potential uprising in the court of Daggerfall, which is one of the city-states from the original Arena game. And you are sent to that region, which is where all these political factions are basically battling for control. And the Emperor has his own agenda, and again, like any other group, there are positive and negative things that can be said about that. And you can choose to stand against him, you can choose to fight for him on the side of law and order, but there's things to be said for both.
Creating your character will be a very detailed and precise process. In addition to offering traditional character classes such as Warrior and Rogue, Daggerfall actually lets you create your own classes. Here we see a male and female spellword. One thing's for sure, monsters don't care what class you are. Arena boasted a huge number of creepy crawlies, and Daggerfall boasts even more. Some of these things are so twisted they can make Doom's creatures look tame. From the looks of these guys, I'd advise you to stay out of the swamps. Since travel, conversation, and combat are all real-time in Daggerfall, one has to wonder how easy it'll be for the player to handle everything at once without going insane.
What I've understand from talking to different reviewers and people on the boards, that one of the things that they like the most about Arena is how easy it was to move throughout the world. It was pretty intuitive. And we've kept all of that, and of course the challenge of creating a more complicated game while keeping it as simple as Arena as far as just moving around and intuitive, that's been one of the major things that we've tried to accomplish.
As an added bonus for veteran Arena players, Bethesda has kept Arena's character creation system for Daggerfall, and old, wizened Arena characters can be converted for play with the new game. Time to buy a copy of Arena if you haven't already. It's the best thing you can do to prepare yourself for Daggerfall.